Okay, so let's talk about the final project. Um, if you haven't already, one of the first things that you're going to do is choose a chapter. So each of these chapters are chapters that we weren't able to cover this semester. There just weren't enough weeks, enough time. And a lot of these chapters have really great information and topics. So go ahead and look through chapter 14, 15, 16, and 17 and kind of see if anything sticks out to you. So I just went through again and chose something different for this video. I decided I'm gonna stick with science and technology, which is chapter 15, kind of flipping through the pages, seeing sort of what sticks out to me. Some of the interesting things, obviously, I think, hacking and artificial intelligence, those are all important things and how they impact us right now. But something that really stuck out to me because of it's been in the news, well, it's always in the news, but it's been more recently, is vaccines and autism. So I decided that I want to learn more about, really explore sort of relationships between vaccines, medical conditions, developmental disorders, mental health conditions, this sort of thing. So I chose my chapter. I chose a specific topic that is covered in the chapter, and then I'm going to do more research on that topic. So I think one of the questions you guys had was, does it have to be something that's covered in that chapter? Yeah, stick with something that's covered in the chapter. There's tons of different topics that are covered in each of these chapters, and choose something that sticks out to you. If there's even like a statistic that sticks out to you about something in particular, or a concept like socio-technical systems, or I thought the term technoscience, that was really interesting. So maybe I would do some more research on that and what the implications of that are in how it impacts our world. So there's lots of different things. That's how you would go about choosing a topic. And when you are preparing for the final exam, these are the questions that you're going to prepare. So don't open the final exam until you've got all of these questions answered. You've done all the work. This should all really be prepared ahead of time. And then you're just going to copy paste it from your document, your Google Doc or whatever, into each of the sections, each of the questions in the final exam. So these are the 10 questions that you are going to be answering. You're going to go through every single one and you're going to answer the question. So first one, provide an overview of the social problem you've identified. Include what causes the problem and what effects it has. So the textbook is good for this information. You can find peer-reviewed scholarly journals. You can really, you can use a lot of internet resources for this. What you cannot use is AI, any of the AI tools. You cannot copy directly from a source and put it in your paper without citing it appropriately. And you do not want to have your whole final exam be quotes from someone else either. So that's what you do not want to do. But you will have to do some research for this. This might include looking in the book. This might include looking at several peer-reviewed scholarly journals on the Merit database. This might include looking at news articles. This might include looking at a lot of .org websites, different programs and agencies that offer services to support this social issue, that sort of thing. Now, I think one of you had a specific question about compare and contrast social programs or policies that have been implemented, which are meant to address this issue. How effective are they? So look up different programs. So if I was looking up autism and vaccines, maybe you focus on programs that are offering services for people who are on the spectrum. Maybe you're specifically finding a resource that identifies that they're helping with conditions that have resulted from vaccinations. Then you're going to follow the rest of the question, compare and contrast the social programs that are currently available and any policies that are out there. So those tend to be on like .gov sites, that sort of thing, or county websites. And let's see, and how effective are they? So then talk about if they're helpful. What do the statistics say? How many people do they serve? What do those people say about the services? That kind of thing. And then lastly, I think there was, this literature review research. Make sure that you're doing each of the components of this. So provide an overview of the information you identified with your research. Identify current research methods being utilized to investigate these problems. So in the studies you found online, are they qualitative studies? Are they quantitative? Are they using mixed methods? And then I want you to make sure that you're identifying both macro and micro level analysis. So try to look at both because they are typically giving you really different information, different perspectives, policy at that high level, and then sort of individual experience on the micro level. Then you're applying to each of the theories, explain the significance for you and your community, a reflection about what's missing. Are there perspectives missing? Are there things that aren't accounted for? What next steps are needed as far as policy, programs, etc. to address this issue? Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. If you have other specific questions, please let me know, and I will do my best to answer them.